life theory is talking about Big Mom killing Pekoms, and I know Thumbnail pretty much gave it away, and the title of the video pretty much gave it away. But we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it because Big Mom is going to wreck. Like, first off, already on the Big Mom hit list is Pedo Spedo. So we don't know what's gonna happen. You know, chapter 889 just released. Um, and at the end of the chapter, you know what? Yeah, if you're watching this, you pretty much have kept up with One Piece, so I pretty much won't be spoiling you. But let's just say Big Mom is there and she's in their face and she's ready to rock and she's ready to roll. Okay, so first off, let's talk about Big Mom and who Big Mom is as a person. So from the beginning, from the intro of Big Mom, which was in chapter, what was that? Eight. Okay, 827. The beginning of Big Mom, the pirate. Well, the first full on introduction to Big Mom. You know, we seen Big Mom previously, Fishman Island. We heard about her in the in around the time. Who else? What we heard about Big Mom around the time of the Marine Ford arc, I believe. I can't remember exactly. Super sorry, but we heard about Big Mom then, and you know, from just the full blown intro, the intro that Oda gave us, Big Mom is sadistic as they come. Like she from the beginning, like that was some super great foreshadowing Oda did, by the way. She was already talking about the assassination of the German, but she didn't just flat out say it. She just said it's gonna be a bloody wed. It's gonna be a bloody wedding, X, Y, and Z, and we didn't know what she was talking about. We just thought Big Mom is just some. It's just some insane, big, crazy woman. That's all we thought. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that was pretty much what we thought of as Big Mom. Like, oh, she's just crazy. She's insane. She wants to eat everything and eat everybody, and because she ate some people in the chapter that introduced, in the chapter where she was talking to Pekoms and Tamago after Luffy threatened her. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Big Mom is a pretty much a force to be reckoned with, and you know, in 854, when she was talking about when the German assassination plot was finally revealed, you know what I'm saying? She was just talking. She was like freaking orgasming and just coming all over the place and just jipping and jiving and oh man, she was just going crazy. So you know what I'm saying? She was just talking about the 21 gun salute, how they're gonna blast the, how they're gonna be hollowed out like bees. She was just going in, and you know what I'm saying? And Big Mom is pretty ruthless, so she's been this way since her childhood. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't care for others. She does what she wants to do. You know what I'm saying? That was evidence when she destroyed the Giants. Oh my goodness, when she like destroyed the Giants home, when she destroyed the village of Elbath in 866, 867, and then she threatened the king in 868. You know what I'm saying? She held him, and she threatened these people over candy. Like she said, give me candy or you die. And if you don't give me candy, you're just being selfish and I have to kill you anyway. Like, what the, like, who does this? You know what I'm saying? Like, only an anime character could do this. You know what I'm saying? And this is like, and by the way, and like the villains in One Piece are very dynamic. You know what I'm saying? They're not one dimensional villains. They're not like any regular anime villain. You know what I'm saying? They're full of ups and downs. No, none of them are really typical. You know what I'm saying? And Big Mom, like the extent she goes to for candy, like she demands 10 tons of candy just for her protection. You know what I'm saying? Just for her protection. And that was all in the chapters that, you know what I'm saying, that she was talking to Tamago and they ate her freaking candy. You know what I'm saying? And Big Mom is ruthless, period. Like her wrath spares nobody. You know what I'm saying? Her wrath spares nobody. She's killed Moscato in 829. She killed Opera in 873. And she even freaking threatened Pedo Spedo in the same chapter. Her son, that's her firstborn son. Like, that's the most special of your children, your first and your last children, naturally. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Oh, okay. Don't know what that was about. Cool. Like, so really, that's like, when you really think about it, that's the most precious of that's your most special children. You know what I'm saying? Your first child and your last children, and then your like twins and your triplets, and in Big Mom's case, her decuplets, which was like 10 kids she had at a time. Those kids are 18. Shout out to the SBS. And you know what I'm saying? And like, and even top Big Mom's personality of, she's like overly controlling. You know what I'm saying? All throughout, you know what I'm saying, all throughout the wedding ceremony, she was just freaking barking orders and shouting orders. You know what I'm saying? She even knocked somebody out for even asking a personal question. Like, like, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? This was all in 861 and 862. Like, she KO'd the dude, and she told Katakuri, her strongest soldier, like, you don't get to run the show. She didn't even have any trust in Katakuri at all. You know what I'm saying? To let him run the show, or to let him do anything. Luckily, Katakuri was in the right. Hey, you know what I'm saying? And he did something that could save that at least saved that saved Big Mom's rage. But that was just for like a good minute or two. You know what I'm saying? While the chaos is going down, and you know what I'm saying. So really, Big Mom holds no prisoners when it comes to stay. Alive. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not playing when it comes to that. So, and now, so you know what I'm saying? So now, let's really talk about Pekoms and his constant and deliberate betrayal. You know what I'm saying? So first off, Pekoms already knew. Pekoms this is the first part of Pekoms' betrayal. When Peckham saw that the straw had saved his family and saved his crew, saved his family, not his crew. You know what I'm saying? He just told Beige, like, man, we'll forgive him. We'll just say something happened and we couldn't catch him. Whew. And you know what I'm saying? And that was the real reason why. And you know, we'll just make up an excuse and Mama will understand. And obviously, from what we've seen so far, Mama will not understand. You know what I'm saying? She was even gonna freaking kill Lola because she didn't want to understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Big Mom wants something, she wants something. So, you know what I'm saying? Beige kind of saved Pekoms in a way. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, there were really no consequences. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was chapter 812 that Beige shot him. And Beige came back. And even Katakuri, the strongest soldier on Big Mom's fleet, you know what I'm saying? Like, the strongest person in Big Mom's entire crew acknowledged Beige's role in the crew as the Rook. Like, he just said, was there any problem with that, Beige, the Rook? You know what I'm saying? So, Beige, you know what I'm saying, was in the clear. He was cool. And let's talk about the second part, where Pekoms deliberately knew that he was forbearing betrayal against Big Mom. In chapter 815, when he was explaining to Luffy and the rest of the crew that was there, and Carrot and Wanda, that basically once Sanji gets married, he's a part of Big Mom's crew. And you know what I'm saying? And once Luffy said, it's crazy, man, you got, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got the game messed up. Like, that's not gonna happen. You can't tell the king of the pirates, like, somebody's just gonna leave his crew and then he's just gonna accept that. Man, like, come on, man. We know what type of story this is. This is One Piece. One Piece. We know what story this is. You know what I'm saying? And Peckham said it himself. Like, that's absurd. Like, you really, like, he was telling Luffy, like, you really expect me to bring an enemy home to Mama's territory? You know what I'm saying? So Peckham's already knew what it was. And then the next point, in chapter 827 and 828, Pekoms lied at the coast. He lied about being there with the with the Straw Hats. He just said, "Oh yeah, this is just a gift, and don't tell Mama. Keep it on the low. Don't tell anybody." I think they probably told Mama that Pekoms arrived, or you know what I'm saying? Because honestly, I know it was Pudding that had to report the Straw Hats to Mama, because that's how Big Mom knew. You know what I'm saying? By the end of the chapter, that's how Big Mom knew that the Straw Hats already arrived. I don't think it was the German. I don't think the German had anything to do. I don't think they had any communication with Big Mom at that point. And Pudding was the only person that saw them. You know what I'm saying? Pekoms trying to stay on the low. You know what I'm saying? And Pekoms, he even let them freaking get onto the island. Like, I don't even know what Pekoms was thinking. He just said, yeah, just get on the island, get your supplies, and get back to the ship. I don't, like, what was Peckham thinking his strat? Like, what was his end game gonna be? Like, oh yeah, when we get to the thing, I'm gonna report the Straw Hats or that. Like, what did he think was gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, luckily, Beige saved Peckham's life again by kidnapping him. You know what's crazy? Like, Beige saved Peckham's life, but he tried to take his life at both, like, it's like he kind of saved his life from Big Mom, but he took his life into his own hands. Like, Beige could never get the job done with Peckham's. Like, you know what I'm saying? Beige 2, Peckham 0. You know what I'm saying? So, and in the next chapter, 828, Beige kidnapped Peckham's. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like rescuing him. So that just proves that Big Mom was not even looking for. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't looking for him again. And you know, she was not looking for him, because in 839, when Beige shot Peckham's again off the freaking coast, it was the northwestern coast or the northeastern coast. It was one of the northern coasts that no, it was the southwestern coast. The southwestern coast. No, it was the northwestern coast that Beige shot Peckham's off of the cliff. And when Beige shot him, he didn't make any mentions about, oh, Big Mom is looking for you, you know, I'm going to save your life, and da 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 da. No. Peckham, Beige just, he just let it go. You know, he said some poetic stuff, though. He was like, look at you, a life. He was telling his son, like, look at this. A life is about to start, and a life that's about to end. Oh, this is so poetic. You know what I'm saying? Like, Beige, you know what I'm saying, was on his Jigga Man flow, you know what I'm saying? At that point, he had some great poetry for him. So, pretty much, it's like, all in all, after what we've seen about Big Mom, there's no way that she's gonna just let Peckham slide. Although Big Mom is the type of pirate that doesn't really look into the past. You know what I'm saying? We know that Big Mom is like a very progressive thinker. That's what all the big pirates are. They're not looking back at like what happened that many days ago and this many days ago to see what happened. And you know, they're not that analytical. That's the one thing that's great about the big pirates like the Yonko and the Emperors. Well, not the Emperors. The warlords are. They're pretty the Shichibukai. They're pretty. You know what I'm saying? They're pretty analytical. Especially Doflamingo being the most analytical, like he was the king of the freaking underworld, and you know, Law, all of the warlords, all of the Shichibukai, they're pretty, you know what I'm saying, analytical. But the Yonko, they don't seem to be that analytical. They seem to just go off of what they feel. They don't follow any set of rules. You know, they just do what they want. So that's the only fork in the wrench to this. That's the only like wrench in the gear of this theory, is that since Big Mom is such a progressive thinker, she's not gonna ask like, how did the Straw Hats even get here in the first place? Because you know she's gonna take a L. You know what I'm saying? Once Sanji feeds her that cake, she's gonna freaking pass out. And it's been theorized that when Big Mom eats the cake, she's gonna like gain all the nutrients that she needs. She's gonna plump back up, but she's also gonna be like knocked completely out. And she might even also go into like an orgasmic bliss where, you know what I'm saying, she's like hypnotized in a sense. So really, uh, we don't know what's gonna happen, but I can say that Peckham's is pretty much cooked. You know what I'm saying? That guy he's pretty much done for. Yeah, Peckham's is over with. It's over with for Peckham's. You know what I'm saying? And you can't even forget. Also, Peckham's himself pretty much cry and Peckham and let's just put this out here. Peckham's couldn't even redeem himself. You know what I'm saying? Like Peckham's came back and what was that? In chapter 873, and it was already too late. The Sun Pirates already were doing what they were doing. And in 882, you know what I'm saying, Peckham's was crying for Pedro, and Montdor had to scold him and tell him like, dude, that was the freaking enemy. You know what I'm saying? Right before Tamago had to let him know, like, yo, man, even though they're the enemy, I think we've been overlooking them. Like, I don't think these Straw Hats or anybody to play with. So that lets you know, like, Kaido is going down. You know what I'm saying? Kaido is pretty much underestimating the Straw Hats. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kaido blew somebody through a freaking wall because they're trying to warn Kaido, like, yo, if we underestimate this dude, and Kaido, huh? And we just see Kaido go, huh? Like Kaido had to stop taking a drink. Like, hold on, what you just say? Man, hold on. Boosh. You know what I'm saying? With the Oni club, he just got him out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, don't talk to me about no underestimation. You know who I am? Freaking Kaido. You know what I'm saying? So that's interesting. Once Luffy defeats Katakuri, it's going to be very interesting to see how Luffy uses his power to look into the future, to